So welcome to my coding channel Coding Learner. So this is C++ tutorial lecture number 11. So in this video we'll learn about what are the pointers and how we passing the pointer to the function. We learn about the call of reference and how we use the pointer, what are the uses of pointers in C++. So we have to move forward. So first question is, what is pointer? Pointer is a generally symbolic representation of address. So the pointer stores the address of the variable. It's not store any value, but it store the address of the variable. So basically the pointer are the variable that store the address of the other variable. So where we use pointer? So the pointer is used when we are create function call by reference, means when we are introducing our parameters in the function. So in there we call by the reference. We are calling the parameter by the address, not the exact value. So call by reference and call by value are different things. We also create and manipulate the dynamic data structure. So when we are want to change our data which are stored in the global variable, we need to create a pointer for that, and we change the value of global variable by the pointer. So let's move on, and we are here what is happening inside the program. So this is how the pointer we implement in our program. So let's say we have a variable name as var, and it store or it contains the 10 number, or it store the value int type data type which is 10, and this is the address of the var var variable. So when we initialize the pointer is initialized by int, which is the similar to the data types of our variable. If our variable is char type, the pointer should also be in the form of char type data type. So this is how we link our variable and pointer together. So the pointers star point ptr is our pointer variable which store the address of the var. Here and symbol represent the address of the variable. So this is our ptr pointer which stores the address of our variable. So this is how we implement or we declare our pointer. So our pointer also contains some address. If we are introducing any pointer and a variable, we have a address of the in the memory of our computer. So next we have to move forward. So this is shows that how pointer works in C++. So let's take, already we are taking the var is a variable which is int type which contains the value of 10. So we declare our pointer ptr star ptr which stores the address of our variable var. And if we change the ptr value, star ptr value is equals to 20, so automatically the var will be, let's define as v. So we define 10. Initially it is 10. Now when we are declare that star ptr value contains 20, so now the value of v will be 20. So this is how we dynamically manipulate our variables. So now we are create another pointer which stored the address of our previous pointer. So the uh, when we are define the pointer and after pointer, we are need to mention here two star. When we are declare just one pointer by using our previous variable or by referencing the previous variable, we just need one star. So now when the ptr address will be stored in the star star ptr, which is our another pointer. The pointer name will be same, it is not issue, but the issue is we are need to mention here that double star, which defines that this is our second pointer which points our previous pointer. So now let's take p star star ptr value as 30. So now the value of variable is 30. Now we are want to print the value of star star ptr, we get 30. When we want to print the value of star ptr, we are get 30, and we want to print the var, we get 30. So this is how we dynamically manipulate our data using our pointer, and we are do some questions on that so that you can easily identify what is happening inside the program. Now we have to move forward to the program. Thank you.
So in this program, we learn how we declare our pointer and how we use the pointer and what we get the output of the when we call to the variable and when we call the pointer. So first we have to initialize our variable. Let's take as int var, which contains the value of 10, and we have a int type pointer star ptr, or and it contains the address of our variable. Let's take and where, and if we want to know what is the value of ptr or where we have out statement, let's take first we have to clear that we have endl statement to break line, and we have another out statement which shows our the address of our var variable. We are defining that if the address of the var variable or a pointer value are the same, so we have star ptr and we have an endl. So let's run it and let's see what we get. So first it's define it gives r the value of var. Understand, there is no issue for sure, and we have another which defines that the address of the var. So this is the address of the var, and we are want to print the ptr. Here star goes to the what is happening here when we are print the ptr value, it gives our, let's run it. So when we are print just ptr, uh, we are printing the value which contains by the, so the value is contained by ptr is this, which is the address of the var. And when we are called star ptr, it shows the ptr points to which var, or the ptr points to which character, or ptr points to which variable. So it points to the var variable, so that's why we get 10 here. So the var gives the value of var will be, the var gives 10, and the and var give our address, and star ptr will give the value of the variable. And here the ptr just ptr gives what is the value present in our ptr pointer. So here we have address of our variable. So now we are doing here how we define the array using pointers, or we want if we want to print the every element of the array, we use pointers. So let's take an array first in type array which contain three elements, and I would like to define the element here. That's it. Now, if we want to print the zeroth element of the array, what we are doing here? We have out statement and we have star array and endl. So what is happening here? The star array will be pointed to the zeroth element of the array. So let's see what we get. So this is how we get a 10 number of array which is placed in the zeroth index of the array. Now how we are print every element in the array using pointer. So first I would like to declare our pointer which is integer type, because the array data type is also integer. So we are int ptr or int pointer which is equals to the array. So now here we having a loop which goes to 0 from 0 to 3, and every time it is incremented by 1. So we are doing here, we have a ptr which stored the address of the array. So I would like to introduce star array. So what is happening here? All the element is printed by using the pointer star array. When we are talking about the zeroth element, the 10 element will be printed. When we are talking about the first element, the star array will contain 20 as a zeroth element, and so on. Now I would like to run it. Let's see what we get. We have a error here. So what is the error here? There is, we are already defined the pointer name as ptr, so we are not define the pointer the same name of the pointer again for the different memory location. So this is how we iterate or get every element in the array using pointer. So every time the pointer will be incremented by 1, so it moves from first it's print 10th zeroth index element, and then the ptr1 plus plus will goes to the next address of the element in the array, so it's print 20, and again it is incremented by 1, and then it is printed 40, and so on. So now I would like to run it. Let's see what we get. Okay, we found that we have a 3 element in our array, and we print the element of the array through the pointer. So now we are doing here, we are passing the parameters in the function using pointer. So passing pointers to function. So first let's take a function void inc, which is increment the variable value which comes from the user. A is a parameter here, and it return, and the a will be incremented, and we want to call the function. So we first define our int a variable which is equals to 2, and then we are calling the increment function by giving the value of a as a parameter. Now what we are doing here, we are passing the variable through the value, not through the reference or the pointer. So let's see what we get in out statement. We have to define it outside the function. I just forget the function will be placed at outside our int main. So now we are calling our increment function. So what is the value of a now? Let's see what we get. We are accepting that the value of a will be 2 now, because we are passing the variable into the function, and the function role is to implement the variable value, and we are expecting that the out statement will get the a is equals to 3. Now we have to run it. Let's see what we get. So this is something different, because we are accepting the value of a will be 3, because before the printing the value of a, we are called the function which is increment function, which increment the value of a, or a variable. So what we why we are getting this, we cannot increment the value of a because the function had different value and the main function global variable are different. So no updation is possible in the global variable. Here a is a global variable and we are passing the variable a. Now here the variable a will be the local. We are not returning any value or any updation. So here comes the concept of pass by reference. So in the pass by reference, we are passing the we are passing the global parameter by the pointer. We are creating the parameter as a pointer, and we are called the parameter by our pointer. So in the next question we are doing how we are pass the parameter by reference.